Hello, Tony. How are you? Tony, Tony.
Hello, sorry I'm late.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
Good, good. I'm having some computer issues, so I
Yeah.
can see the screen, but my laptop is acting up, so I might get kicked off.
Okay. So yesterday, I asked you people to do the things, and today what we will do, I will do the things, and you just watch today. Don't do when I am teaching, and then we'll see the difference between when I ask you to copy paste or when I ask you to do the code or when you only watch. So either of the from these three methods, you have to decide which one is the best method. We will use that mostly. So today you will only watch. You will not do the coding. You will just see what I am doing. And then later on, you can watch the video and do the practice later on. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So today you will only watch. So first, I will fix this errors so that I can use the site. Yesterday we put something, but without testing, so we got some error. So let's try to fix this errors. So first thing is it's saying the error is on the online RX layout. Okay, so let's go to that one and see how I can fix. So it's saying online RX layout. So we have the router, but router is not defined. So we are getting the error. So let's take the definition of the router and put it here. Let's see now what error we are getting. So now on the online simple quiz is giving error. So these three, we did not have this component, so we are getting this error. Right now I'll delete it and I will add it later on. So before I delete it, I will copy this part and create a snippet for this one. So that I can add it later. Let's remove it. Now let's see what's happening. Okay, so now I'm not getting error. So we will do first today the MyFlix one. So it will be similar to the Netflix website, but there will be difference in the Netflix and MyFlix one. So what is the difference? What will be the difference? So here Netflix is the originator. Netflix is the person who is putting the videos and he is defining the categories, whatever the categories it has. So now what we will do, we will in MyFlix, we will do some changes. We don't need that. There should be only one person who puts the category. So the user will come to the site. Let's talk about the MyFlix. User will come to the site. Will log in to the site. He will be able to create. He will be able to create list of websites or list of you can call websites, but it is only one website. So for example, he can create his Netflix one, he can create his Netflix two, he can create as many Netflix he wants. It's up to him. He can create Netflix three, he can create Netflix four, whatever number he wants, he can create his Netflix website. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, sorry. So user can create as many Netflix website as he wants, and for each website, Netflix website, it's a URL only. It's not a new domain. It's a website inside our MyFlix website. So inside Netflix one, let's say he creates different categories. He can create categories and subcategories. Okay, and then he can put whatever video he wants in the subcategory or the category. He can put as many videos as he wants. So he can put the YouTube videos will be there. YouTube videos. We can put YouTube videos under each category or subcategory. So this is how our website will be developed. So what we have to give, so we have to first ask user to log in to our website, and then once he logged in, he can create the list of list. Each website is called the list. Netflix 1 is called list, Netflix 2 is called list, Netflix 3 is called list. So he can create a list. Maybe he can then name it as Netflix 1. And once he create the list of the websites. So let's say he create 4 list. Then if we go to the first list, he will be able to see he will be able to add there will be admin panel where he will be able to add the categories and the videos. So this is how our whole website will be developed. So let's try to build. Now since we put the auth part, we need to use the auth part, which already we did. We just need to use it. So let's see how to use the auth part. So we have the modules and we have the auth. So if we go in our library, let's see how we have used it. So if I go my modules, so this is the auth, but we have used it in the, let's go to the app, and we have created a couple of URLs for the auth, and we have imported some modules. So let's do same thing. Let's import this module into our routing. So I will open the online RX layout. So I will be doing in the online layout, and then I will paste it here. So it will be going one level up. Layouts, it will go one level up, then it will go to modules, and then it's going correctly. So I will put it like this, and then I will create a couple of routes. One is the email register and login. So there will be one more component called as the home component. So which will be the first page, home page, which will be the slash page. So we need to create home component also. So if I go to my online RX, I will create one file called as the home.js, and I will create a component. Sorry. Yeah, you're correct. It's not online RX. We have to put in the MyFlix. Let's cut it here. Let's cut it from this page. We are going MyFlix. So why I'm putting in online? Thanks for reminding me. So why I'm putting in the online RX? I just in my mind it was online RX. So let's put it here. And I will copy this part, and I will put it here, and I will call one more import home from my fix slash home.js. Let's create home.js in the myflix folder, and let's create the component, name it as home. So I created 3 files. I have called 3 files, and also if you see in our layout in the library, in the nav.js, not nav.js, in the nav multi.js, we have the auth part. So let's copy this part also, and we will put in our nav multi. So I go to nav multi of myflix, and I will put it here. And it will go to, I have to go to one level up, two level up, then modules. So I have to go to two level up, then I have to go to all modules, then I have to go to auth, and then I have to go to auth.js. And then I will copy this auth part and I'll put it here. Okay, now let's test the website. Okay, so we still have to do the Firebase thing because Firebase is needed. Since each website will be having different Firebase location, so what we did in the app.js, we used this site, and based on site, we were able to put this configuration. In reality, this site will come from the domain name which we are hosting, but right now, since I'm using hard-coded value, so let's put this somewhere in the common place so that I can call it in multiple pages. So this site part, I will put it in some common folder. So for example, I will create one folder called as common, new folder. I will create a common, and in that, let's create a file called as config.js. And in the config.js, I will create a variable called as export constant config equal to, it is a JavaScript object, and here I will say site equal to, so I will put the site here. So right now, let's say I'm saying site is equal to myflix.info. So I created one config variable, and I will call this config in the my app.js. So here I will say import config from. So since I am in the main folder, so I will go into the common folder, and inside that I will go to config.js, and here I will say site is equal to config, that is this config variable, dot site. Now this config.site is coming from this config.site. So if I change it here, it will be changed everywhere wherever I am using it. So let's see if site is coming properly. Okay, still we have the problem of my Firebase. So now what I will do, let's try to put the Firebase thing now. So I will copy this Firebase file, my Firebase, and I will put it in the main source level, main source folder. So it's saying my Firebase.js. So the only thing is now for the different website, I want different path name. Okay, so let's define the different path name for the different website. So I can say Firebase path name. Okay, Firebase path name equal to. So maybe I will put the path name here in my config. So, but I need to change for this myflix. I should be different using different one, and for every website I should be using different one. So let's try to see what I can do. Let's try to create a key value pair. I will say key is this one and value is value is something like this, and here I will say my flicks. Okay, now I will try to get this Firebase path. So I will copy this config again in my Firebase file, and let's try to see console.log of config. So it's saying duplicate declaration config. Okay, we have the config here also and there also. So let's change this to config fb. Now I'll try to see what I'm getting. So this is something I'm getting from the config file, and now let's try to use this one. So now my question is, I want to put this path here based on the site we have. So how will I construct this config so that I should get the MyFlix for the MyFlix website, and for the other website I should get different config. So for example, I might have different for online rx.info, I will get online rx. So for this website I should get okay, for this website, if I am in this website I should get this one, and if I am on this website I should get this one. Since website is here, so I can write like this. I can say config Firebase path name. So I'll say config.firebase path name, and then I have to define the site, which site I want to put. For example, if I put myflix.info, then I should get myflix. And if I put online rx.info, I should get online rx, like here. So this part should be dynamic, because once I change the site, it should automatically take from that site. So it should be dynamic. This part should be dynamic. So to make it dynamic, I can say config.site. Instead of writing onlinerx.info, I can say config.site. So whatever value of the config.site will be there will come here, and it will take the path of that website. Let's see. So now if I'm getting properly my Flex 1, here I'm getting my Flex, which is correct. So now I will go here in my Firebase. I will take this part and I will replace it with the base path. So now base path is coming from the config based on the site name. If online RX is there, the base path will be this one. If myflix.info is there, the base path will be changed. So based on our site, we have only one common my Firebase file, but the path will be changed based on the website. So let's now try to figure out what error we are getting. The link is outside router. Let's see where is the link, why we are getting this link part error. If I remove this part, still I'm getting route with router outside the router. You should not use route or with router outside the router. Okay, where I am using router. So I am using router in the MyFlix layout. So we need to wrap it with the router. So let's wrap it with the router. Okay, so I'm getting the home page because we are in the home page, and we are getting some warnings which are not required to solve now. And there are some code which we will fix this warning in some time. So let's see now. If I go here, I have the login part, different login part. Let's see if I'm going to able to go to registration. I'm able to go to registration page. I'm able to go to login page. Let's try to use the Google login. So I'm getting this Google login successfully, and this is not changing. We will see why it's not changing. We will try to fix that one. But at least I'm getting Google login filled, and here I am getting nothing. We are not getting any information here. So somehow the information is not passed. So we have to see why it's not passed. So whatever I explained till now, is that okay? Have you understood it? Though we have to fix some things, but at least have you understood what I explained you? Okay, so let's move further now. Okay, one second. Okay, now let's move further. So in my all websites, we did email registration and email login, but really I don't prefer to use these two because these are the custom one. Though we finished this website, but I don't want to use this in any of my project. You can use in your personal project, but I won't allow user to use by email, custom email and password. So what we will do, we will go into our modules, into the auth.js, and we will delete these two links. We'll delete these two links, and we will also delete, yeah, we'll delete these two links. I don't need these two files also, so I will delete these two files also. Though we have this file in the library folder, I'm deleting from here. And in the auth action also, I will delete the email login, email registration part. I don't need this thing. I will delete the functions also, email registration and email login. I'll delete it. And then I will go now to let's go to the app.js or sorry, in the layouts, my fixed layout. I don't need these two files because we are not using it. We are not using it. Okay, so right now I am here till now. So So let's go to home page. We are good in home page. Let's try to see now why I'm not able to log in. So I'm trying to log in. So I got this object. So let's see where is this object is. Okay. So I got this object and then I'm resolving this object. That means it should go to the reducer. Let's go to the reducer and it should go with the, okay, I don't need email registered, email file, email. So it's going to the reducer. Okay, I don't need here anything about it because, okay, so now I will comment this part. So now though we are logging in, but we are not able to see the login part here. We are not really logged in because this logged in was actually taking place. If I open the put donation, I will show you where was the login happening. If I open the food donation website, or let's see if I put the code in the here. So if you see my auth action in the library folder, we have created one function here called as Firebase auth system, and we were calling this Firebase auth system inside the index.js. Here we are calling it, and because of that, logging was really happening. Okay, so we can take this code, copy this code, but since this Firebase auth system lies in the auth action, so we can use it in our code also. I will copy it here and I will paste it in my index.js. So index.js, I will paste it here. So it will go to modules auth action.js and get the Firebase auth system. And let's see, yeah, this is here. Firebase auth system is there. I will delete this register worker, service worker, or I will comment out. If you remember, it does not support the non-HTTPS URL, so we don't really need this. And I will comment this part also. So now I have imported the Firebase auth system, and I'm calling this Firebase auth system. Now it should work as we needed. So now I will try again. Now it is automatically logged in because of the login part. If I log out, it's logged in. I can log in again. Is this part clear? What I showed you? Now I am able to log in. I am logged in. And if I go to application, I can see in my local storage, I am seeing the user object with the object which we have. Any questions?
So if you had copied in that auth action before deleting the email login, function probably would have worked, right?
So you are saying
because we didn't need it, but it wasn't working. But the reason it wasn't working is the same.
So the reason it was not working is because when we log in, it does not really put it inside the store or local storage from here. So we were not having the variable in the local storage also. We were not having the variable in the store also. But when I put this part is really putting the things into the store and inside the local storage. So if we don't put this one, even with the email login, it will not work. This part is needed because this is where it is putting the things into the store and it is putting into the it is putting into the
Right.
local storage.
I just
So
wanted
if
to
you,
clarify. I just wanted to clarify that that was the
yeah,
same issue.
yeah, that was not the means email. If email would have been there, then also it would not work because this part was missing.
Right. Okay. I got it. Thank you.
Okay, let me now close all the files. Too many files are open. Now I will open the limited files. Now let's go to again to the MyFlix nav multi. Now what I will do, I will try to put all the things required for our application, whatever is needed. So for example, what are the things are needed? This is the home page, which will go to the home page or MyFlix or home page. So we'll talk about these two links later on. Let's try to see what we can put in the menu one. So menu one is this one. So I can put something like this. Maybe I can say admin area. This is the admin area. Anyone can go to admin area. Everyone has the admin authority. So he can go to the admin area. So in the admin, he can go to the list. That is, he can create a new list or he can view the list. So I can probably create some kind of drop down for this list. So maybe I can say, so maybe I can say list will be here, and then he can create new list or he can view my list. That is, he can view all his list. Don't need this one. So I will delete this part also. So one will be the list part where he can create the list or he can view the list. Let's see what other things we can build. And when he view the list, he can go to each detailed list and then he can add the category or he can delete the category. So in the admin area, one part will be the list. Second part will be maybe I can say my account where he can edit his profile. We don't have the profile right now, but if we build something kind of thing, he can edit his profile. Let's delete all others. And let's see now. And I'll delete this second li also. So right now we have only admin where he can create the list and he can my account, he can edit the profile. Right? He can do this, create list, view my list. And he can log in and log out. So this home page we will build later on once we have the some list already created. So first thing which we have to do is the create a list. Let's build the create a list part. So first step will be in creating the list. It will be, I will go to the layouts, my fixed layout. I will create one, maybe I can say create, it will be create.js. Let's create the create.js inside the myflix. I will open home page and I will save it as create.js. Create, create, create. And I will calling from this one and I'll create one path. Create, or I can name it, yeah, create is fine. Let's do the create one. Okay, let's see now. So create is not defined in the myflix layout. I'm calling create. Line number 16. So let's go to create one. Okay, I have to define this URL also. So I'll go to the nav multi. So I need to get the link also because I will be using link. So I will import link from the React router DOM, and I will use this link to go to the create one. I'll say link to equal to slash create, and this link will end here. I'll go to the create page. This is the create page. Let's go to the create page and create a form where I can add a new list. So we have already in the food donation, we have the create one. Let's copy the form part from there, or some elements from that part, so that we can easily build things. I'll go to the projects, food donation, and create. So let's build the form. So we have this form, and I'll take one of the div tag. Okay, let's remove the my spacing. Let's go there and see what. Okay, we have to do the form tag also. And I'll create a function where I will submit to Firebase, and let's change the field name. So I will say list name, and I will create some state variables like we have done here. So I will be creating the list as one of the name. More I will put later on. Let's create list and error. And once I change here, I'll say enter list name, and I'll say this dot state dot list, and it will set the list equal to whatever I'm putting. Let's see now what. Okay, we have comma missing here. Okay, so now it's taking the whole of the width, which we don't want. So we have to maybe we will go to here and we will say class name equal to container, so that it should reduce the space. Okay, so now it's reducing the space. So first field will be the list name. Now when right now I don't want any other field kind of thing. I will only use list name for now. Later on I will add more things on it. So let's create also button. I will add the button also. Create new list. Okay, so I will put some br tag. Okay, so once I put this list name, I will go to the create new list. Once I click the create new list, it will be saved in the Firebase. So a new folder will be created and it will be saved there. So right now we have that folder called as myflakes because user was registered with the myflakes, and I'm able to see all my details. So here in the myflakes, we will be able to save this list. So let's do that. So once I click the button submit, it goes to the submit to Firebase, and it should be submitting into the Firebase. So let's get the Firebase thing. I need these two things. Now I want the user ID who is trying to submit the things, and this Firebase will go 2 level up, not 1 level up. So I want to get the user ID. So to get the user ID, So to get the user ID, we have to go to the local storage and get it. So what I will do, I will create one function which will go to the local storage and it will give me the user ID. So let's go to the functions.js and I will create a one function called as get export constant. No, this is wrong function file. I have to go to this one. In the project 2018, I have to go inside that one. So I did not copy that functions part. Let's copy that one also. So let's go to the food donation or in library folder. Let's go to the library folder. And get the utilities folder. And I will put it inside my source folder. And then I'll go to the functions file and I'll create export constant get UID equal to, it will go to the local storage and get the UID. Before it goes to local storage, let me see how I am saving into the local storage. So I am putting the user ID directly into the local storage. To retrieve it, I can say return local storage or get item with user ID. Now I will call this function in my create file. So I will say import get UID from one level up, two level up, utilities, functions.js. I will also create one more function that will be getting the user object. If I want all the details of the user, which I am saving into this user object, so I will get that also. I'm saying local storage get item. I will put it in some variable and then I'll say return json dot parse, because while saving it we are doing the stringify, so while retrieving it we have to do the parse that I'm doing here, and I will say obj. So first I'm getting from the user object and then I'm returning it with json.parse, so it's the object. When I get it as a variable, it is a string because we are saving it in the string, but when we want to get it, we want it as an object, so we are doing the json.parse. So but I don't need this one in this file. In this file I need only the this, or I can also save the user images and name for each list, so I can also get that one also if I want. Maybe I can get this user object also. Let's put this user object. Okay, let's get the user object so that I have all the details of the user and I can save the name and image also, so I can easily display it nicely. So I have this user object. Now when user will submit this create list, I will say let user object is equal to get user object. This is nothing but we got it from the functions. Let's see what is there in this one. Okay, so this one is not correct place, my firebase.js. So I'm here. If I go one level back, so it's only one level back. Here also it's only one level back. Okay, let's put something and add it. Okay, when I'm clicking add, It's refreshing the page. So how to fix it? I will pass E here and I will say E dot prevent default, because when we submit the form, it submits the form and page get refreshed. So to avoid that page refresh, I have to use this statement. So now if I put something and I click submit, so I'm getting all the user information here. That is nothing but here this user object. Now what I will do, I will see what we have done in this create. So we have to build some object which I have to submit it to the Firebase. So let's build one object, and then I will say object dot list is equal to this dot state dot list. Object dot created date created equal to, it is nothing but created is nothing but this one. So this is the timestamp which we do. Object dot user ID is equal to nothing but user object dot UID. Object dot display name is equal to user object dot display name, and one more thing, I'll put profile picture photo URL. Okay, so I have this object created. Now I will save it in the Firebase. I need one more thing which I will tell you in short time. I want object dot URL is equal to this one. And what is this URL? I will explain you in some time, and I will insert it into the Firebase. I don't need unique ID. Unique ID, let it be there. Okay, so I will put it in the Firebase path. I will name it as a list, and then in the list I will be putting the Firebase reference, and I will use the URL. This is the URL, and I will put the object. I don't need the key part. Okay, so let's remove this. Let me see if I need this URL or not. Okay, so we don't need this URL. Let it be like this. And once it is submitted to the Firebase, what we do here, we change it to the confirm page. So same thing, let's do it here. This.pop60.confirm, and confirm is not there, we need to build it. So let's build that one also. I'll go to home.js. I will rename it as confirm.js. I will change it confirm. I will go to the layout now, and I will create a call, one more called as confirm.
I don't want to throw a wrench in what you're doing, but I feel like a modal just saying confirmed would be better than a new page.
What should be their model?
Yeah, a modal.
But after model also, I need to send it to another page. Maybe I can send to view page, or somewhere I should be able to send the user to another page, because that create page is done, right?
Unless they want to enter more than one list at the same time. But I don't know. Do what you want. It doesn't matter. I'm just suggesting.
Yeah, model also good thing. It's okay. Yeah, we can do that also, or we can send it to view page where he can see all his list, or we can keep we can remain here only, and we can show list here in the bottom part. Yeah, let's not go to the confirm page. We will show the list here in the bottom part. So it's better. So I will not send it to the confirm page. Right now, let's see what is happening. This is going or not. So I will create my Netflix one. I'll create it. Let's see if it is created and then we will do. So a list is created with some ID, created date, display name, that is my name, list name, photo URL and user ID. So I'm able to see in the Firebase. So maybe we can show it below the create form. We can show the we can show all the list which user has created. So there will be no view page kind of thing. Only list page will be there where we can create it. And after I click the create button, this should get empty. So what I will do, I will say this dot set state, and I will say list should be empty. So once I create it, it should be empty. Netflix 2, it gets empty here, and it should be saved here in the myflix one. So there can be now what happened, uh, we have to think whether we should allow duplicate name of the list or not. So because many user will create Netflix one, whether we should allow or not, let's think that later. Right now, we will build whatever duplicate is also fine for now. Now we have to display the list here. So let's display the list here. So to display the list, we will use the table, for example, for now. So here is my form of creation. Now let's create a table. So to create a table, I have one snippet. This is the table for the bootstrap. And here in the table, I will be having first, I will be having ph, th, sorry, before th, we should have a tr. And in the heading, I will say list name. And here I can say creator, that will be me. So since all will be created by me, I will not put creator here. I can say edit and delete. Okay, so let's see how it looks. So here is saying list name, edit and delete. So before that, I can say maybe I can put h1 tag or h3 tag, list of or my list. It's saying my list. Maybe I don't like this my list kind of thing. Let's use the panel. So I will, instead of this, I will use the panel. So these are the short code I created on the right side, so that when I click it, it should automatically generate Bootstrap code. This code you can get it from the Bootstrap website, but I took from the website and I created a small short code. So here I will say my list, I will put it inside the heading, and this whole table I will put it inside the body, and something is missing. I don't know. Yeah, this is fine. I will remove the footer. And let's put this. Yeah, this is fine. This is like going inside the body. No, this one is not good. Okay, so this whole thing will go and it will go here. Let's see now. So let's remove the H3 tag. Okay, so this is my list. Let's change this to primary to, for example, warning or danger. Okay. So here all list will come. Let's put the list another row, and then it will be TD, TD, TD. So real data will come inside this one. Instead of this one, real data will come. We need to use the class name everywhere. Let's see where we have not used it. Then we have to use class name, class name, class name, class name is correct. So it's saying tr cannot appear as a child of table. Use the body to code. Use body. Okay, now we don't have that error. And actually this panel is not looking good now. Okay, let it be. I will delete it if it doesn't look good. So now let's try to get the real data from the Firebase. So after we are done with here, we should get it. So I can here say, I can create a new function called as get data. And in the component did mount, whenever we have to do something on the page load, we will use put it inside the component did mount. Whenever the page loads, I should get the data, or when we submit the list, we should also get the data at that time, so that we should get the fresh data. And we will create one more variable called as data, and I will put it as a null here. Whenever data will come, we will put it in this data. So to get the data, we will see what is the things we can do in the Firebase. Let's go to our food donation website, and we will go to let's go to details. Okay, so this is something which we can use. So this is the path, and we are saving inside the list. So we have to get it from the list. Yeah, comma. So I will go to the list, and I want all the data for the user who is currently logged in. So here I can say, so here there is something which we can use. What is that one? We did use one time in the my account, not my account. Yeah, in the Fire Food donation components, my account, we use something for the user ID. So we use this code dot order by child equal to UID. Something like that we will use. And we don't need off, we will use once. and we are going by order by child ID, user ID equal to UID. Instead of UID, we will use, let's call, let's use this also here, get UID, so that I can easily get the UID rather than getting the object, and this UID will be nothing but this get UID. So I will say get UID as a function. So here I'm saying order by child user ID equal to the user ID, which is the logged in user ID. So we are getting all the value of this. So let's see what value is coming. Console.log snapshot.wall. Let's see what is coming in the value. So when the page will refresh, I'm getting null. That's the problem. Okay, because I'm giving wrong URI. It's not data list, it's only the list. So we are getting these two records. Since these two records are in the object, we need to convert it into the array. And here I can say if not, I will say if snapshot, let's do console control Z. If it does not exist, that means if we don't get anything, then we will set the data to null and we will return. And if we get something, we will create a array called as let my array equal to array. I will say for let k equal to k in. So I can put this snapshot dot object in some variable called as let records is equal to snapshot dot wall, and then I'll go through each value of the record using this for loop. I can say for let k in records, and I can see what is the record is. Record is records of k. So let's see what is coming as a records.k. So first case we are getting the record is, we are getting all the record. Second case we are getting all the record. We also need to save the key because when we want to delete it, we have to delete it by this key. So what we will do, we will create one object inside it. Maybe I can say records k dot key is equal to, or I can say dot id. I will name it as underscore id. That is nothing but the key which we have, this one, and it will be nothing but this k. So I will say records k dot id is equal to k, and then I will push this record inside the my array. Let's say my array dot push dot k, and I will see what is there in the my array. So in the my array we have the array and 0 number. We are getting id, which is nothing but the id which we have here. And the second case I'm getting underscore id is nothing but which we have here. And I will now put this my array in the data. So now we have the data with the my array, which we will call it here. We will loop it here. So I will say if we have this dot state dot data, if we have that data, then I will use and I will show this div tag. So we will only show when we have this data. And I will take this data. Let's see, it's coming. So it's coming correctly. And if I delete this list, and if I refresh, I won't be able to see this anything. And if I create list Netflix 1, I'm able to see it. So I will take this data and I will loop through this tr dot map. Inside map, I will say arrow function. Inside arrow function, I will loop through this tr. I will say return this tr. And here I will pass key equal to key. Here I have two values, value and key. Key will be nothing but this key, and value will be, I will be putting value here, value dot list. We have value dot list, and I can also say created on, when it was created. So let's not put created on now, we will add it later. So there is some error. I have to close this curly bracket. So I'm getting Netflix, edit and delete. There should be one more column. Let's say there should be one more column that should say add categories, or categories only, or add categories is much better. Or I can say add categories and videos. So inside category, you can put the videos. Same thing I will do here. So here I can show the name, and once I click this one, I can add the category and videos. If I edit it, I can change the name of the list name, and I can delete it also. So whatever thing I can do by clicking each one. So this is for today. For tomorrow we will create this category and videos, and then we will display it to the user.